Saturday live here on bourbonblog.com. Matty Rock is in San Francisco. That's why it's actually, usually I talk to you and it's darker where you are. Who do you have there with you, Matty?
Look, come on, look into that camera. There we go. We got the monkey himself. We got George from Five Monkeys, guys. So around the block with Matty Rock, and we got George here. So one of those cool times that everything's synchronized perfectly. So here we are. So you got me, the Rock. Now look behind me is the actual Rock, folks.
Is there.
The Alcatraz behind me.
Amazing stuff. Oh, that's so cool. Very nice. Very nice. No, it's good to see you guys. What's George? It's been, well, I guess I saw you. Was it Kentucky? I saw you last.
Connecticut.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the barn smokers. What's been happening with Five Monkeys?
Well, we are still going to it. We launched some flavored almonds here in, I guess it would have been just after that.
Wow.
So in October or so. We launched those, so we have those kind of going. We're working on a few new flavors and whatnot, some different varieties of. So we're kind of messing around with a little bit, but we're still inching away and still get to go cook here and there, and it's not a bad thing. We get to meet a lot of cool people, and it's led me to your show. So there it is, brother.
It's a good thing. No, it's a good thing that all happened, and so good to see you. How many years later is it from when you started the Five Monkeys? I know it's been quite a few.
We started in 2017 was our maiden voyage. Of course, I had been making it myself and taking it in mason jars all over the country.
Yes.
So that's what kind of birthed the other commercial versions. So, but I try to stay close to those roots and keep it as straightforward and as low key as possible. It's no big business. Anytime somebody orders something, whether it's Amazon or our website, me or one of my family members are the ones who actually fill the order and send it out. So it truly is still that.
It's still that. And the Five Monkeys being the 5 members of your family, right?
Yes, sir. My wife and I and our 3 kids make up the Five Monkeys. So it truly is a family venture, and still is. I've had people come up to me before and say, "Oh, we have Five Monkeys. I hear about you. I see about you. You're all over the country. You're here. You're there." And I said, "Yeah." And I still get up and go to my day job too. So there you go.
Amazing stuff. So I'm going to put the website up in just a moment. Five Monkeys BBQ Sauce, bbqsauce.com.
Yes, sir.
But Matty, what you've been, we usually see, we see a lot of places, usually in New Jersey. What's been happening there your way in San Francisco?
So I flew in on Thursday, had a little business to do on Friday, but since I was in town, I had to see my brother George, which was a good thing. So I think he's going to want me to come back more often. I know it's hard to believe, but usually don't get weather like this now in San Francisco. There was no waking up to fog. As you see, it's clear outside. It's actually quite heavenly, and I'm not used to it. I've worked out here quite a bit, been out here quite a bit, and George even had to agree. He's like, "Well, I can't prove it has something to do with you being out here, but if it is, well, we'll consider having you more often." I was like, "Huh?"
We'll stay with the correlation. That's all right. We're good.
This guy brought the weather. That's what happened.
Look, I'm leaving on Monday, and it's supposed to be back to shit weather on Tuesday. I'm just saying.
There's something that's happening. You've done something. We don't exactly know how it's happened, but it's. I know it happens.
If Mother Nature is truly taking meth, it looks like I'm the pusher. So absolutely. So, and I'm gonna have to post it later. I am so proud of myself with this weather over the last 2 days, and I'll post the health data. I've walked almost 20 miles. So Husky Aquaman, Husky Aquaman has definitely worked it to not quite as Husky Aquaman, but I'm sure with what I've been eating, I've gained everything back. You're in the home of sourdough. I had to do that. You're at In-N-Out Burger, so clearly I had to do that. I had to make sure with the Husky moves that I had the right food in me.
Well, let's hear it. What have been your favorites? You did In and Out. You did. What are some of your favorites you did while there?
So I did ScoMa's. I've been going to ScoMa's, for almost 3 decades. You go there if you're a Dungeness crab person, which I am. You go there, you get the crab Louis, and then if you're a real glutton like me, you probably get the crab Louis, then crab meat cocktail.
Right.
If you're a sourdough Looney Tune like I am, also, even though I'm literally from where you get the best bread on the planet, but what we don't do is sourdough, right? So if you want sourdough done right, you go to Boudin, which I did, and I had my I'll put that up later. Had my sourdough bread, my sourdough points with goat cheese, and then again back to the Dungeness crab thing. I had to go make sure that I had my Dungeness crab Louis there as well. So I've done a lot of that, and obviously when you're out on the West Coast and you get In-N-Out Burger, you don't mess around. You come to In-N-Out Burger, get a couple double doubles, get it animal style. I've already gotten some heat because the first time I didn't get animal style. I'm like, wait, I'm here for a while. There'll be another visit. So before I leave, there's a possibility that on the other side of this that not everybody could see, but those who are familiar with San Francisco, see we're at the Maritime Museum.
I'm going to put it up there and let you guys do it.
So right behind here is actually, I'm going to go stand up while not setting George in fire with my cigar and see from this angle if we could see Ghirardelli Square. Hold on a second, because there's going to be some wind. So hold on, let me go do a whole thing out of the bay over here. So you're looking at the bay. So give me 2 minutes. We're going to go on a quick walk. I'm going to go see. George, don't light your leg on fire. Let me go see the easiest way I could go see Ghirardelli from here. Hold on. We're taking a walk, guys. I'm adding steps, dude. This is big news when you add steps. So it could be some wind that you hear in the background. So hold on. I'm going to try the short way, which I'll probably lose. But let's see what happens. See if I can get the picture of Ghirardelli Square over here. Hold on.
And while we're doing that, in just a moment here, I'm going to put up the Five Monkeys BBQ Sauce link. That way everyone can see.
All right, you see
where to find
the Ghirardelli sign there, right? Hold on. So, so let me flip around. See, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell I love you because I'm walking. After walking an awful lot.
Getting in those extra steps. There's that link if you want to learn. I'm going to let Matty take you on a walk there. I'm going to put you full screen, Matty.
All right, so we're walking around. So hold on 1 second. Now I'm in front of the Maritime Museum over here. So when I walk back around the corner, you should be able to see the giant Ghirardelli sign on the square. Hold on. Up, we're getting there. Hold on. I can't walk any faster. This is my top operating speed. So hold on. All right, there we go. You guys can see the top of the sign from here. So there we go. There we go, guys. So I think you could see that, right, Tom?
I'm coming back to yes, we can see it now. Have you been pairing any chocolate with cigars or with barbecue sauce? That is the question.
Not yet, but give it time. So hold on. So now
give it time. That will still happen. Would there be a?
Gonna go walk back in our circle. So here's your shot of the bay.
Oh man, what a great view! Look at that, and we can see the rock there in the distance, can't we?
Yep. Then you look over on the other side. You can't really see it from this angle, but you see the edge of the Golden Gate there. You're looking at Sausalito down there.
Yeah.
So hold on. I'm walking. Look, you see the little beach that they have in here.
Yes.
All right, hold on. This walking is really a bummer, man. But I don't think golf carts could have taken this terrain. So hold on. So we'll go back, walking back to our seat. But you could tell that really not everybody's used to this being this perfect out this weekend. So even though the water is extremely, extremely cold.
Yeah.
You see some of the old ships behind me from back there.
I see them, man. What a great view. I wish I was there. I'm actually going to be, as I was telling George and Matty earlier, I'm going to be I think it's going to be a private tasting there here later in April. But at the moment, I'll show you what's a little taste of nearby San Francisco. that I'm pairing with my cigar. This is called the Manhattan Project. Now, this is actually some photos of Manhattan that our good friend Dave Finney, winemaker, took and put on this. But this is a pre-bottled cocktail, pre-made Manhattan. They partnered with Rockwell Vermouth, also Savage and Cook lip service whiskey in this, because they're based in Mare Island, really close to where you're standing at. That's what I'm pairing with my
See, when I hear Manhattan, I'm thinking East Coast of New York City, but I guess we're doing Manhattan Beach or West Coast.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, we get some Manhattan cocktail with the San Francisco love, some of that wine barrel aged rye whiskey. I'm curious, what kind of Ghirardelli bar would you pair with the cigar you're smoking? Would you have one that you would pair if you?
I am. In fact, George and I are smoking the same thing today. Sanj, you out there today?
Sanj might be. You there, Sanj?
Sanj, you watching? Look what we got, Sanj.
Oh yes, that's the new one. That's kind of chocolatey in itself, isn't it?
Correct, yes, Mundo. So we got the SP 1014 black on. George, where are you, George? Mr. George, there you go.
There he is.
All right, there he is. He's back in. So for Ghirardelli, honestly, I would probably do. They have that. I think they have the Mexican pepper and dark chocolate. So I would probably do something like that.
Nice.
I personally would do the hot fudge sundae.
Ooh, a hot fudge.
Just incredible.
Hot fudge sundae. Oh, that sounds so good.
He said he was bringing that over. I don't see it here though. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
I hear my call out. We could get one delivered to him.
But he knows how husky I am already, so he's probably trying to save my life. He knows the sheer quantity of food that's been eaten today. So I understand the move.
Deliciousness. So you have the new product you have, George, is nuts, barbecue nuts. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So our original barbecue sauce, I made a dry version of it and we put it on almonds.
Yeah. So Sanj is watching, by the way. He just answered, Matty.
Excuse me?
So Sanj is watching. I just saw he was watching. Go ahead, George.
Look at that.
Hey,
look at that. So we
1014s and Sam Clam Disco, yo.
You think we play games here, man?
Yeah, that's right. Sanj has some coming to me too. I can't wait to try it. So you got the nuts. Sorry to interrupt. Tell us about the nuts there, George.
Oh, anyway. So we're almond farmers by day, and so we decided that we wanted to try to do some flavored nuts. So we've met them. They come across pretty good with the people. Really dug them, and everyone that's tried them has really been. So the feedback's been good, and so we're gonna maybe try a couple other flavors coming up. But we wanted to try the original since that was kind of the maiden sauce.
And as much as it doesn't sound good to say, I've had George's nuts and they're fantastic. That doesn't sound really quite right, but I don't really know what other way to phrase it. But yeah, I've had Five Monkeys nuts and they were great.
You've had not only George's but Five Monkeys nuts, and it seems like this is one of the best testimonials you'd ever have, George.
No, I'm flattered beyond belief, no question. But so we're gonna do a little spin on the almonds next month. We're gonna be cooking at Pig Beach in Queens for a fundraiser, and the nuts are gonna get the Five Monkeys nuts are gonna be on display there.
Amazing. So when it comes to
spiraling out of control, something about nuts on display, my goodness. Right.
Reminds us of that Saturday Night Live skit about the meatballs.
My sweaty balls.
Just a little bit. Tell us, so the real question is, how do you get that barbecue flavor on those nuts?
So there's, they put them in for a lack of a better description, it's almost like a wet, dry tumbler. So they put these nuts in this tumbler, if you will. It's almost like a dryer, and then once they get heated up and the oils come out, then they add the moisture, the product on them, and they add a little bit of moisture so it adheres to the nuts. So then they roast them just enough so that it adheres, and then they remove them. So it's a pretty intricate process, but it's pretty damn cool, honestly. They're delicious too, by the way.
Matty, I'm waiting to hear what you have to say about the process. Let's hear it.
I'm saying I think it make me feel a little bit better inside if we just substituted the word almond for nuts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think almonds, George. It's almonds, damn it.
Yeah.
And they're California almonds too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The best, the California almonds.
Yeah. And we're going to try some pistachios here pretty quick, so that'll be kind of a cool vibe.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna try a few things coming up.
Excellent. No, man, and I'll tell you, the barbecue sauce is so good. I want to show everyone a picture of it, and I know we're here we go. There it is. There's 3 wonderful flavors, right? You get the Scotch, even as a Scotch whiskey. I don't know of any other Scotch whiskey barbecue sauce in the world. What is in that Scotch whiskey Five Monkeys?
Well, when we went to create that one, we wanted to get that oaky note that you get in the Scotch. So I think we got that pretty well. Probably one of the best testaments I ever had is when Carl Ruiz called me on the phone with Matty and was just like, that's the best barbecue sauce ever.
It is so good.
I was like, all right, maybe we better just stay with this. If he was a pretty big expert on Scotch, so
yeah.
Anyway,
we brought those bottles right to Johnny and Angie's, and we brought our own sauce.
Yeah. You got the original and also the orange chili, all available on the website. It is so delicious.
And as George knows, the orange chili is my total jam. I don't think there's anything out there quite like it. And it's one of those things that you can use it on anything. So I've literally used it on nuggets. Carl again was a chicken nugget extraordinaire kind of guy. So they were great on chicken nuggets. I've used it on burgers. I've used it on chicken. I've used it on fish. So for me, I tell George all the time, I think that's one of the ones that you could pretty much use on anything because it has that vibrant taste to it. It has that little bit of heat to it, not over the top. And I love it. Definitely my favorite in a landslide.
It is. They're all so good. And I tell you, even today, I see you're putting as a suggested pairing, which I think is just a brilliant idea. Or was it? I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but I saw it the last couple of days, or maybe I saw it recently. A grilled cheese with your barbecue sauce. That sounds delicious, man.
It's fantastic. Next weekend we're doing a little local charity on Saturday, and that's kind of what we do. Is I actually made pulled pork, and I put that in and made a grilled cheese with pulled pork and the sauce in it. People were just fighting over it to get to it.
Oh, so good. It's all so good. And again, it really came from something you were doing for friends only. You decided to put this whole thing together, and the rest is history.
That's where we're at. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amazing stuff. It's Five Monkeys. George, when you're not monkeying around with barbecue sauce, what have you been up to lately here?
Well, I stay pretty busy with my day job. I'm actually an appraiser. Still farm a little bit.
Amazing.
But I appraise agricultural equipment and livestock, believe it or not.
Very nice. Very nice. So good. It's George
Morasci. Tell me your cow story from Friday. So
Friday, let's hear it.
Or Thursday, I should say.
See, Thursday, I picked up Matty at the airport. We went up we went across the Golden Gate Bridge and up north there's in Sausalito.
Yeah.
There's some old military bunkers. So Matty and I, we like to go up there, and we kind of found some new territory we hadn't been to. And I told Matty, I said, you see that house down there? Because I hadn't seen it in probably 25 years. And I said, you see that house down there? I said, yeah, I actually brought 3 of my prize cows up here, drove them up here on a trailer, took them to that spot and took a picture about 25 years ago. And I actually have that picture, and I showed Matty, and I said, look, there it is. And it's not, and sure enough.
So how cool is that? He hadn't seen that in 25 years. So wound up being awesome. And like I said, the weather, again, I still don't know what to say about it. Like I said, being here many, many times in March and April, didn't expect this. Super clear, no fog, no nothing. It was definitely badass.
Nice, Matty. How much longer are you out there for?
I will be out. I am taking the red eye out on Monday. So I'll be miserable probably until the following week while I try to readjust to my poor timing decisions on flights to take. So I will probably be less than cheerful.
Do you like the red eyes? What's
I do not. You know what happens when you see 11:30 and you think it's AM instead of PM, and then you find out that it's PM. You just, you're like, well, that was not one of my smarter moves.
It happens.
I finally looked. I was like, what does it mean plus a day when I go look at my itinerary? And it goes, oh, that's why it's plus a day. All right.
So, Tom, I brought along a bodyguard with me. So, come here, Nate.
Oh, you did? Let's see.
I did.
There are 2 of 5 monkeys here, is what he's saying.
2 of 5. So this is Nick.
Hey.
He's my youngest son.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, that's Tom.
The bodyguard gets a cigar too. Not too bad a deal.
Oh, yeah. No. He does. He gets all the full run.
That's how we travel. He gets his pick of the litter.
Yeah. Very nice.
Anyway,
it's good to have the protection.
There's actually more monkeys. I know I'm usually the only one that the reluctant face of 5 monkeys, but
yeah, he hasn't shifted into the jackass part yet, where it's 5 monkeys and a jackass.
Yeah, that's coming.
Or 5 monkeys and husky Aquaman. Just saying, it sounds good. Just saying, husky Aquaman presented by 5 monkeys. Just saying. I'm not getting any response back, so we're just gonna let that go into the bay.
I like it. What's the so again? We see the rock behind us. We've seen Ghirardelli. What else you guys gonna hit up before it's all over for your adventure?
I mean, like I said, with the amount of running around, literally we were up above. I'll be posting pictures when I get back. We were literally above the Golden Gate Bridge, which was wild. So there were great pictures there. I've been literally from bridge to bridge. So those of you know that San Francisco well, so I started stomping around at the Bay Bridge, and then literally made it to underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. All stops in between. I used to stay down at the Embarcadero when I worked here, so had to make sure I dropped in on the sights and sounds of the Embarcadero. I took the ferry back. I actually was out in when I was out in Sausalito. Took the ferry back, so that's always, especially with this kind of weather, that was a great ride back, and of course getting to see George. So pretty cool trip. Have zero complaints.
What are you sipping on there, Tom? You got to tell us about that.
Yeah. So here, and I'm gonna put and again, make sure you check on 5 Monkeys. This is the Savage and Cook Manhattan Project. Again, just released. It's not even in every store, but I have one of the first bottles because we do a lot with Savage. We love what they're doing, and I tell you, George, if you're around, we'll have to get you out there when I'm there. We'll be there. Yeah. Late April. Dave Finney, the Winemaker's Distillery. Beautiful whiskey. It's such good stuff. It's really nice. Mayor Island have you been over to Mayor Island? You've heard of it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I've been over there quite a few times.
Yeah.
Kind of out on the other side of the rock there.
And not too far away from you, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
So if you go
side of the bay,
you take a look out there. So it would be behind, so you could see. So right behind the rock is so that's Angel Island. If you look to your left, and you look a little bit more to your left, you're going to see Tiburon. Yep. So literally, you'd have to go on the other side of Tiburon to see, right, George?
Yeah, it's out there on the other side of the rock.
So you'd have to literally go see out on the other side, and then of course you see with the mountains and stuff over there, which tucked in on your left is Sausalito, which is Marin County, right on the other side of the Golden Gate.
So many great places out there. Are there some good cigar lounges? I know there's. Are there any?
Not so much in the city. The city doesn't.
Yes.
The city's not really big on that.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, the California is a little. Yeah.
Down closer to where I live. I live about 90 miles southeast of here, and there's some cigar lounges there, but here not so much.
Yeah, you kind of got it. That's why we do our own pop-up cigar lounge thing here.
This is the cigar lounge tonight, right here. Great view. Smoking the SP 1014, the Black Edition, which will be included, I hear, in the event. Matty and I and Sanj and so many great folks will be at here, and I'm going to put the link up for it. A little under a month. The Cigar BBQ, right?
Yep, I'm stoked for it. So remember, everybody, April 15th. Yep, April 15th. Up at Handsome Devil, Ed's place. It's a great event. From Mitchell Foundation, taking care of a lot of different people, doing a lot of stuff for local causes. We appreciate you, Ed, for what you do. And then 2 weeks after that, I get to see, George is going to get tired of me. I'm going to see George over at our friends at Pig Beach. We've had Matt on, so Matt and Shane will be hosting their big event over there in Pig Beach. I believe it's April 28th. Memory serves me correctly, something like that. But literally 2 weeks.
29th, it's Saturday.
29th.
What's the name of the event? I'll put the link up to here. I think I found it.
Is it just a Michener?
It's a Jeff Michener benefit at Pig Beach.
Okay. Oh, I did find it.
In Queens.
Did find it. Yes, it can be found.
Aside from us, it's a who's who of barbecue world for sure. So we're anytime Matt and Shane ask us to be part of something like that, it's New York minutes, to use a pun there. Yes.
So we'll allow the pun. We'll allow it.
I'm going to put the link up for that too. I did find it. You just go to Pig Beach. There it is. pigbeachnyc.com. That's where you find it. There it is. So many good things coming up.
So anyone who has a real hankering to see me twice in a month, that's two events next month that I'd love to see everybody at.
Yeah.
I don't know if people can handle that much me, but I'm just saying.
Do you think anybody will come to both? It could happen. They might want to. I think they may want to see him, Matty. Just kidding.
Well, Ed will be there at both.
That's because he's participating.
You just said who'd be there at both, sir. That's. But you know what? I do believe there'll be.
I think he'll want to see you.
There'll be a bunch. Well, now that I've announced it, I'll be at both. Maybe a few people might cut back, but I do believe there'll be. I think bunch of overlap. There'll be some of the same people at both events.
Truly, there'll be so many people who enjoy seeing Matty at the first. They'll want to come to the next, and also they'll really enjoy the barbecue. And again, I'll put them both up.
I think Peg Leg Porker will be at both events.
I think Gary's coming to both. Yeah, that's right.
So there will be
two that want to come to both.
The one at Queens is being hosted by Michael Simon.
That's right. Well,
so
that's a
he's
good
an
thing.
Indiana boy, right?
Great job. He's not from too far away. I think I saw him a couple years ago at South Beach Wine and Food Festival. Really great guy.
Yep,
really great guy. We had a little whiskey together. Bourbonblog.com/tickets. That's the Cigar BBQ. The place to go for pigbeachnyc.com is that one. And of course, come see Matty at both. And so many great folks involved with both great causes. So many great causes. And here's the place to go for that barbecue sauce. 5 Monkeys BBQ Sauce.com is the place to go. What's the craziest thing that you've ever tried that barbecue sauce on, George?
Well, I don't know. Is this going to be a PG show?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, we're going to keep it PG.
So that gets everything else, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So Nico's, he likes it on taco truck burritos.
Nice.
With one of the dishes that we're going to be serving is a dessert that's actually going to have the barbecue sauce infused in it.
Dessert.
What's giving away secrets already? See that? You tune in with us. You get the goods early.
Do we know what dessert it'll be? Are you able to tell us?
I'm just going to stare at him until he says.
Yeah, I'm making a caramel, 5 Monkeys infused caramel sundae topped with the almonds.
Oh my gosh! And you're putting the sauce on top of it.
Sauce will be infused in the caramel.
In the caramel. Oh man, that sounds good. Yeah. That's actually kind of a nice idea. I mean, hopefully for folks watching, they'll try your sauce. But if they have some barbecue sauce around, they could mix in with a little caramel. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea, right?
It actually, believe it or not, it when you tell people that prior to them trying it, they're all like, "Ooh, barbecue sauce and dessert," and then if they just try it, they're like, "Holy crap, where did that come from? What is that?" You can't taste the sauce per se, but you can. The influence, it's kind of like those notes that you get on that good bourbon, the good cigars. Yeah. That's what you get.
Listen, it truly is some of the best stuff ever, and I can't wait to taste some soon. A few years ago, I actually, it's been several. I spoke at the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Festival, and I created a cocktail with beer, bourbon, and barbecue in it, and that was kind of fun. So I may have to try it at some point with the Five Monkeys. But that just the whole ice cream and a little bit of caramel and your barbecue sauce gives me a few ideas. I may have to play with.
Yeah, it's not a bad program.
It's great, man. There's you still got. Is he still keeping you secure there behind you? I feel like you're really in good hands.
He's looking down, making sure no riffraff is jumping up at us.
Nobody's swimming over from the rock trying to get to these guys, right?
He's keeping the seagulls off.
I got to tell you though, there's one person that's pretty far out there.
I think I actually see them. Are they? You have some cigars waiting for when they get there and barbecue, right?
If they make it, but I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. But if you look almost in between, you see that little bit of tussle out there. You got you got somebody swimming out there in that 50-degree water. It would absolutely, under no circumstance, be me.
And for that first taste of freedom, it's a cigar from Sanja's. It's some Five Monkeys barbecue sauce and a little bit of whiskey.
Well,
that's what you get if you're able to swim all the way.
It seems worth it. I would take the shot.
Worth that swim, Matty.
I would do it, or I'd cheat. I'd find a way to cheat if we're being honest. Yeah. Like I said, that water right there, hell, is a solid hell no. I've been here in the summer when it's hot as hell, which doesn't get that hot here, but I've been here when it's been in the 80s and still dipping a toe in here in the summer is a solid no. So doing it now is really a giant solid hell no.
That's a hell no. And no circumstance.
Nope. Oh. And which was fascinating is watching all the surfers underneath the bridge. It was crazy. I'm like, nope, I'd be freezing to death.
I do see one question here from Matty. It's if you're going to San Francisco, we know that some people wear flowers in their hair. What does Matty Rock wear in his hair when he goes to San Francisco? That's the question.
Wow. Well, I got to do it. The ponytail's tied up today. Maybe some flowers later.
There
could be flowers later. It's not out of the question.
A cigar, perhaps, hidden in there.
It could be in the hair. I'm not. The day is still young, Tom.
Still got a lot of daylight left here.
It's still quite early.
You do.
I don't think everyone Matty Rock after sundown is just sheer ugliness. I don't know if anyone needs to see that. It would turn the show more into a horror show. Screaming babies.
It's great to see you guys with the backdrop of San Francisco. Nice to see the security guard too. Again, George Morasci, man, thanks for joining us here on Cigar Saturday. It's so good to see you, man. I look forward to seeing you real soon here. And everybody watching, get some of that Five Monkeys barbecue sauce on that website. And also pick up some nuts while you're at it.
I thought we said almonds. We're just thinking, all right, guys, we're just back to nuts. You know what? Get Five Monkeys nuts. George's nuts are really good. Let me throw that right in there. We tried, ladies and gentlemen. It's just back to nuts again.
It's all gone to nuts. That's where it a lot of times goes.
Those are some good nuts.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching live from San Francisco. Cheers.
Much love, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you soon.
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
Much love, George, Matty. Good to see you guys.